Hey everybody, Samwise here, and today I'm gonna talk about how to make your own candle, which is pretty easy if you have beeswax. So the beeswax that I like to use come in these like little beads. They're like they're seed. They're like little pellets. It makes them a lot easier to melt. And so this has been going for a minute. This is a double broiler, right? So this is your pot of water with like a little bit of water. And here's a measuring cup with the pointed spout, which is, there it is, right there. Good for pouring things precisely. And then we can see that all of our beeswax has melted, which is great. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a wick, because I wasn't able to find a wick in commerce, so just like in stores around town, so I made one. And the thing about this is it needs to be weighted, so I'm going to put a rose quartz, because this candle for me is really about the sweetness and the heart expanding qualities of spending time with Magic and Mindfulness class, so the attention that I'm putting into this candle is that groundedness and that sweetness and that heart opening whenever I choose to burn it. So along those themes, I got this rose quartz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this rose quartz and the string into the wax, and I'm going to set it on this tin foil situation. So I'm going to bring that a little closer. And then, want to make sure that the knot is pretty tight so that the stone doesn't slip out, but you know, we'll do the best we can. So here we go. So here's that, and we're going to dip, there we go, as far in as that feels good. I'm going to kind of let it soak in for a second. And then I'm going to pull it out and let it, ooh, look at that. So that's covered in wax. And I'm going to let this cool over here. Kind of hard to see with the reflections, but it's just chilling. So while that's taking its time cooling, because really the string is just like a cotton string. Don't burn nylon or something that's plastic. So I'm gonna turn this off for a second while I pour it. And we have a little electric stove here in this little cabin. I'm in this cabin, by the way, and if you haven't seen it, it's beautiful. It's all like trees. So here's trees. There's more trees. Oh, what? It's more trees. And more trees. We're really happy to be here. So, yeah. So I've selected this little jar, which the way that I measured out how much wax to use is I just filled this jar like up to the top because it's gonna condense down because of air. So I just I'm gonna fill this with wax. So, and I'm gonna put it here on this like nice wood, not gonna get messed up with heat surface. And then I'm just gonna pour the wax into the jar. Here we go. Pouring wax and filming at the same time. Perfect. That looks really good. It's already starting to harden. I'm going to put this back in the water bath because I'm going to actually melt some more wax, but if I wasn't melting more wax, I would not keep it hot so that when I go to wash it, it's not as challenging. So I'm also going to add in a couple of drops of like this this rose essential oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I wouldn't do more than 10, but that'll be like very aromatically rose. And so then I'm going to take my now slightly hardened string and stone, which, you know, bonus points for when you are done burning down the candle, and then you get to this very wish-imbued stone. So that's going to settle on the bottom, and what I'm aiming for is kind of having the wick kind of be straight up and down, like so. And then to kind of keep that in place, I'm going to put a chopstick. Ooh, let's see if that'll work. Yeah, and then I'm going to bend it over. And then I'm going to not touch this. So you can see, yeah, that's going to work okay. So I made the string way longer than I needed to, but you know, whatever. So yeah, you can see that the waxes, the beeswax, and it's just, you know, pure beeswax is already starting to harden at the bottom. Here's the wick. The wick is kind of resting over the chopstick, and it kind of has some shape to it because we dipped it in wax. So yeah, that's basically it. And then you let it sit and you don't touch it until it's totally hardened. And then just as like a little extra magic, I have some dried rose that I'm going to sprinkle over the top. I'm not going to do too much because if you have too much dried plant material on top of your thing that's on fire, it's just going to burn more. And that can be sometimes not exactly what I want. But I am going to just do like a little bit of rose petals at the top. I think one is really enough just to kind of get the, you know, the essence of the rose in there. This is a very rosy creation we got going on. And I'm just putting in the intention of like sweetness and heart, affirming joy and beauty. So that's it. And I'll send out like a picture when it's done hardening, but for right now that looks pretty good. It's really beautiful. So are all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support and your love. Thanks especially to the folks in the Magic and Mindfulness class. That was so special, and I'm excited to continue the journey. We have an upcoming class series on ancestral healing for white folks. And so that's getting kind of deeper with some of these ancestral learnings, and especially the project of unlearning white supremacy and getting closer to our humanity and being in the fabric, woven back into the fabric of human things and the family of things. So that's it for now. I'm looking forward to more classes in the fall. I'm about to take such luxurious, hopefully, it's probably not going to be all that luxurious because we're going to be moving, but like a sabbatical, and so I'll be looking forward to connecting with you more in September, although I have a couple more videos out, so this isn't the last one, but I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and yeah, appreciate you.